Well, after months away and a new game to conquer, we are finally back here with some competitive, no assist Xbox racing once again here in the Artemis Esport Championship. Welcome along, everyone, to some AEC Tier S action tonight. I am our Greenhorn, and I hope you're all ready for what will be a fantastic opening night here of racing in Bahrain. Yes, we are here in Bahrain, one of the pinnacles of F1 and motorsport. Of course, we know round one usually is Bahrain in the F1 world, and now we have it here in AEC Tier S, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it because AEC Tier S, by the way, what a tier we have got this year. Of course, losing out on our former champions in VR after them shutting down fully means that we have got an opportunity for one of these teams to take their first ever title. We will have a guaranteed new winner this season, which, by the way, is very, very exciting. Of course, Nexus Racing winning Season 1, Season 2 and 3 won easily by Novice Racing. So, let's see then, who is going to take this opportunity and grab it by their hands and see what can happen in today's race. Honestly, the grid looking very, very competitive. You might notice we have 19. Unfortunately, I have been notified. Shizu Elite Risks will not be here tonight. Elite Risks' car is broken down, so he is a miss. And Ogwin is the one-man army for Team Shizu. Well, this is a lovely feeling to come back to. I do enjoy myself a good bit of some AEC racing. Of course, we had the Tier 1 qualifiers, that went swimmingly. Supposed to have Tier S qualifiers, but after a team shut down, it meant that everyone that went to qualify actually had already auto-qualified. Therefore, that meant that PGR, it meant that XPG, it also meant that, I'm going to double check, make sure I get them all right. PGR, HPG, CRE, and EVR and AMS all confirmed themselves into this AEC Tier S season. I'll give you a rundown of all the teams that are going to be competing in this season's AEC Tier S. Of course, first off, we do have the runners-up from last season, Bunga Racing Team, lining themselves up for what will be a, I'll tell you what, interesting season for them. Of course, some could argue not as strong as a roster as we're used to seeing from them, but we do still have Joe Murphy, of course, on there. Justin returning to the team after the Novice Racing closure, bringing in Owen, Zinks Motion, Tech Brutal, by the way, having a fantastic season over in WR Tier 2, and of course, Crowden has been implemented tonight. He has been added in late on, so minus 3 points have already been taken off the RT's total for the season. Of course, our third place from last season, TTM, they have got themselves Furious, a Lesson, TTM Placky, TTM GTO for Romus, their owner himself, TTM Gergo, and Josh Gilly. Always seems to seek himself onto the roster to Josh Gilly, but he's always a very reliable driver in the end as well. But looking at their grid, of course, looking at Furious, who's also had a very good start to WR Tier 1 a lesson. Not as great so far. Placky, of course, been a bit quiet as well, but nothing to really write these guys off with. Placky, of course, making his first race of, I believe, F1 24 here in AEC Tier S. Next up, though, Team Shizu, a team we all know very dear and love in this community. Been around long enough that everyone knows the name SHZ. Venom 26 in this roster with Ogwin, ESV Bobbers, Elite Risks, M Racer 9, and Matthew Kettle. That is right. Mr. FRA, PSR, NRX, whoever you want to remember him from. Matthew Kettle making a return to, I believe, F1 24. I think it originally was only a manager, but he is now making his way back into the F1 24 racing scene. By the way, openly, very open to have him back. A lesson just jumping up to the top of the timesheets here with the 28.0. Placky outdoing him by almost 9/10 of a second, so less than a bit of a messy first lap, it seemed so far. Anyway, though, but another quick look at the roster situation. FRT making their return. They were auto qualifiers, and they had jumped themselves. FRT Chelsea making a return this game. FRT Dan J, FRT Sam, FRT Typical, FRT Harvey, and FRT Supply Raptor. Again, a team that's full of quality. Chelsea making a return, giving them a massive boost for this season, possibly challenging for that third or second place spot. They've always just fallen a little bit short as FRT, but this could be the season where everything changes. Moving on then, FGE, False Group Esports, another team making their return to AEC Tier S. Simbarots 1, Mr. Reliable, you've got to say for them. Race Roller 22, FGE Medal, FGE Sem F1, World Mulder coming in as well, and also FGE Kieran on the back end of that roster. Then again, we have Alien Motorsport, AMS, of course, losing out their prime asset, and Gergo to TTM was a bit of a big one to lose, but nothing will ever stop this team from thriving on. AMS Aronkahan, AMS Knight, AMS Rambo, AMS Misha, AMS Elijah, and AMS Partick 67. As we all dearly love Mr. Partick, he always seems to just turn up in rosters every single time. You think he's not going to be in the roster. He's always there in the back end. AMS, again, I'm not sure what to expect from them. Maybe have someone up their sleeve to really compete, but as for now, they are going to be seeing what they can do this season. Next up, though, would have been All Elite Racing Team, of course, finally shutting down after so many seasons of competing in AEC Tier 1 and AEC Tier S. They have been replaced by their rebranded Evolution Racing Team. A brand new team, but mainly just all signed from AERT, kind of a similar to the MBR VSR situation back in the day. EVR, though, they have got EVR Jake, EVR BL, EVR the Fake TB, EVR Nox, EVR Willow, and EVR Ipswich Techers. I can't say I know the names, can't say I know too much about them, but nothing that will be interesting to see how they can get on. Next up, CRE, Claret Racing Esports. CRE, I've got CRE Rappy Z, CRE Blonte R9, CRE Vettel, CRE Josh, CRE Brandon, and CRE Sem. And again, another interesting roster. Not that never ever count out Mr. BXM himself. Brandon can turn up for CRE at points during the season. If he can, they'll be looking at themselves at maybe a midfield finish, which would be a good little start for them. And then one of the more unexpected ones of the season, XPG, Xbox Pro Gamers. Flame signed them up. Didn't expect much of it, and I tell you what, I'm sure he's pretty happy he signed up now, because they are in for AEC Tier S for the first time in their history. So congratulations XPG, I wish you all the best of luck in their roster. They've got Immortal ZF1, Bourbon Boy 64, Pondy SO5, XPG Flame, XPG Hammy is Best, and XPG Sebi. And then, rounding off the rosters for you all, we'll look at the laps in a little moment here. But Prodigy Racing, PGR, making their debut here in AEC Tier S. A team not to be messed around with. They signed some, I guess you can say, some of the best drivers on this game, like Gabor, Balaz, Quantum, turning up now for them in this race today. Their roster being PGR Gabor, PGR Balaz, PGR Andrea, PGR Quantum, PGR Samuel, and PGR Dom. Well, having a look at the rosters, please let me know who you think is going to be winning AEC Tier S this season. This could be one of those seasons where it's going to be open wide, I feel, all season long. PGR, of course, one of the strongest rosters on paper. BRT not to be counted out whenever Joe Murphy races. Neither than TTM as well. But overall, as I said, it's going to be an open season. No one can really predict who's going to win it. Of course, I'm going to hopefully see PGR win it, but non-biased, only non-biased here in AEC. Quantum then, have a look at the grid in front of us. Suzuki Hawkwind has got off to a flyer of a start, along with FRT and Harvey and Typical, making it a 2-3. I'm very happy to say we have got the multiplayer cards on this for this now. Of course, there was a bit of a mistake. Sorry, multiplayer, the F1 cards, the multiplayer cards have disappeared, which is a fantastic thing. Quantum across the line, 26.9 for Quantum. Yeah, I'm happy to say that we don't have the multiplayer cards. That was something I was not looking forward to. Seeing everyone with the same colour car would have been terrible for me personally watching the race, but nothing that's worrying too much. We're back on the F1 cars. All looks okay, nothing looks unequal as of now. And we'll see how everyone gets on. A lesson then, went to turn 1 now, a little bit deep you could say, but didn't look too bad. He already has a 28.0, which for lesson standards is not great at all. TTM was a plaque up in 6th place so far, two of their strongest drivers in their roster. They've made some signings. They have recently just signed Silo, arguably one of the best assisted drivers on this game, making the switch finally to no assist. He's actually only ever so slightly up in the first sector, is TTM a lesson. A lesson, just going to see what he can hook up together here. In the middle sector, he's got to find time somewhere, because he is currently about 2.5 seconds off of the pace, which is yeah, not great for a lesson, definitely not up to his standards we're used to see. I say 1.5 is just fine, 1.5 seconds off the pace. Ogwin, of course, topping with a 26.6, the only Shizou driver fielded tonight. They haven't found anyone to replace. A broken down elite wrist, 1.1 seconds up in the middle sector, almost very wide though of the track limits there on the exit of turn number 15 down towards 16, 17 and 18. Got up nicely here into this corner, eating that curb on the right hand side, rising at the curb on exit and all the way down to the line. Of course, we're trying to avoid the slip string being used, one of the most overpowered things in the game. A lesson across the line, that's more like it, at 26.9 is something to look forward to. And Ogwin one-ups himself, 26.524, the time to beat so far. Wait, Silo's already left TTM. I've missed that. I didn't. I thought, how's he already left TTM? No one's told me about this. That is, yeah, someone needs to update me on how that's happened. Hello Easton. Hello everyone in the chat. Happy to see. The chat is buzzing to have AEC TRS back, and as they should, because what an event we have got this season. I'm not sure what the prize pool is. I think it's somewhere in the 300s, which is a fantastic prize pool for an Xbox only event. FRT Harvey coming across the line very shortly though in that McLaren car. What can he do? Oh, he's invalidated and messed up on the last corner there, Harvey. Diving into the pits then. Tech Brutal, by the way. What a first lap he's done so far for a BRT. Up in the third place. Definitely one of the drivers to watch this season. WR Tier 2 has been nothing but phenomenal for him so far. He's on a title charge, seeing what he can do to get into Tier 1. Dom is up next for PGR, the underdog team of this season. You've got to say they've came in with hefty signings. He's down in the middle sector on that 27.2. What can he find in this final sector to jump up near enough where Quantum is in about 7th place at 26.9. He's been at 3/10 in these final three corners. Just there's one part, there's a second part. Oh, he's definitely wide. He keeps it on the track though and in the limits. Can Dom find anything? Dom diving into the pit lane. Kieran also into the pits. AMS Knight is not on a lap. Either is Simba on a lap. Simba is just getting started onto a lap. We'll follow his Ferrari then. Oh, I love the sound of the engine. I forget about how nice it is. Never mind, Simba's in the pits. Simba's in the pits. Goodness me, who's on a lap? Fake TB. See you getting going. Is he into the pit lane as well? He's also into the pit lane. AMS Rambo, there's a man on a lap. He's going for the final part of the track now. Oh, I forgot to change his camera. Okay, never mind. We'll deal with that today. I don't mind. I shouldn't be watching AMS too much anyway. Sorry, Partick. He's gone back to AMS. Silo left AMS to join us, left 4 hours later to go back to AMS, and he has gone to TTM, left about 14 hours, gone back to AMS already. Goodness me. What is it with the assist drivers nowadays? Honestly, they just cannot stay with a team for longer than about 3 hours. Oh, goodness me. You either commit to no assists or you don't. If you want to stay online forever, stay online forever, Silo. On the S then. Currently for XPG, who are down at the bottom. Borbman's on a 37.0. He's about to just cross the line very shortly. What can Borbman do? 9/10 up actually, but he's going to be a bit more, you would think. Coming across the line now. Borbman Boy across the line. 9th place for Borbman Boy. 64, a 27.0. Nothing to be disappointed about at all. On the S, 3/10 up in the middle. Actually, not. Yeah, I thought he was up there. No, he was up in the first sector. What is he in the middle sector? Coming across the line very shortly. What's he going to be in this middle sector split? Is he up? He is 3/10 up in that middle sector. That's definitely not enough. Oh, bit of a mistake on exit as well. That's definitely not enough to jump him any higher than P18. Only being behind, only being ahead of CRE Josh, who hasn't even done a lap yet. 28. I think our greenhorn has got a 28.0 PB. So if he can't beat that, yeah, I think about retiring. On the S across the line, 28.2. I'm holding on to P18 for now. Come on. Pretty well so far. Josh then, he's on a 1.60 middle sector. Ooh, mistake it seems, but he might have just been sliding through that part of the track. The Kick Sauber, I've got to say, one of the worst cars in the game. Absolute hatred for this car. He's normally an Assist Academy driver as Immortal is very busy. That's mental. Josh Cosselling anyway, that confirms Tondi at the bottom of the session. Is FRT Harvey in a lap. Rappy Z, top of the second, sorry. Tucking in behind. Oh, big slide! Through turn 1 for FRT Harvey. That definitely is not a way to gain time now. You've got to slide a bit later than that, Harv. Goodness me. Tokyo drifting through the first corner there. He's definitely going to be down on his time, you would suspect. What is he though in this first sector split when he comes up to the line? I want to see, is he down or is he up? If he's up, this is incredible. If he is up on his lap, yeah, he's 5/10 down, unfortunately, for Harv. How is Kieran Nag getting on? Kieran across the line. Kieran's actually getting started on a lap now. Let's see what he can do for FGE. You've got Simbarots 1, as I said, Mr. Consistent. Always seems to be in there or reasonably outside of the points. Is Simbarots 1. He's actually improved a lot this game, got to be fair to him. I'm enjoying his YouTube video watch alongs. Great little thing to tune into every so often. I can't wait for this video as well. This is a I hope I get a shout out when I'm a big Simbarots 1 YouTube fan nowadays. Kieran Nag then, he's up in the first sector, a 0.021, slightly up, not enough to jump ahead of BRT. Crowden ahead. Bit of a difference between the two BRT drivers. Crowden in 12th, Tech Brutal up in 4th, splitting Placky and Harv. Down the hill he goes in as Kieran Nag riding out this on exit. Seems okay so far from Kieran, who's usually, I believe, an assist driver. But since joining FGE, he's made that switch and he seems to be getting on pretty well. It's because he's doing alright so far, nothing to be ashamed of, I would say. Getting beat off people that are been on no assist for a fair while. Kieran coming up to the second sector line, 3.5 tenths up. That's definitely a personal best in the middle sector. We jump up to about 10th place here. If we can find any more time in the final sector, he's going to run out of VRS just before the line, it seems. I think that's going to kill him a lot though. But he runs out of VRS here. Coming across the straight shortly now, he has run out of VRS very, very early on there. DRS open for Kieran, 27.0. He jumps up just in behind teammate in 26.9. So 27.0 for Kieran puts him as a 9 and 10 so far. Can someone ban Damned, please? That would be good. Fake TB, he jumps into 12th place there. Jumped on board with him at the last minute. Fake TB into 12th. The track's going to get a little bit busier. As of now, an outlap they are being led by AMS Knight. He is going to be the first driver to get their final lap underway. 2 minutes left of the session. Yet to see Josh, yet to see Rappy. McLaren, it's actually Harv in the pit still as well. They could have come up for one more lap. Are they going to do it? You suspect so. Could we do a lobby restart after this, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, due to the slipstream glitch, which is killing us, unfortunately. Have to restart. Everyone's actually ghosted in this session, so no one can actually use that slipstream effect. AMS Knight then. One final lap for him, a 27.5, his time to beat. Into turn 1 he goes in, a bit tight to the inside, drop the second gear for the rotation, up to third gear quickly. Shifting through the gears at turn 1, 2 and 3, just been attacked there, down towards turn number 4 and number 5. I like these section of corners, a bit of a tricky part of the track, but nothing that can send you too far away. You're going to ride to that curb and exit as expected. He's actually got it pretty perfect, I have to say to man. 1.5 tenths up in the first sector, nothing to be ashamed about there. He seems to have a little messy start to the second sector, but nothing again. Going to hinder him too much. Early turn than you think. Going down the hill, Kieran Nag with time from the session, 10th at best for the FGE man. Knight coming down the hill, dropping second gear again, back up to third, quickly and swiftly. DRS open at the back of the rear wing in that Aston Martin car. I've got to say, one of my favourite cars in this game is that Aston Martin car. Beautiful, beautiful livery with the Aramco sponsors fitting nicely. Coming up, back up the hill then for AMS Knight. Fake TB, 12th at best for him as well. Can AMS Knight in any more time in the middle sector? He can. 2.5 tenths up is okay. He'll jump ahead of Crowd and then maybe just ahead of Dom, but nothing more for now. AMS Knight go down towards this final part of the drive. He's got a bit of VRS to use, which is good. He's going to gain a little bit of an advantage ahead of some of the drivers ahead who ran out of ARS across the line. Ogwin still on an outlap, getting himself going for one final lap. AMS Knight then across the line for the first time this season. 13th at best for AMS Knight. How are CRE getting on? CRE Josh just getting himself going there. That's FRT Typical finishing off a lap. That's not, it's actually FRT Harvey on an outlap. How is Typical doing on this lap though? Has he found time in the middle sector? He hasn't. He's 3.5 tenths down. Typical not improving on the final go. How's the Haas getting on? That's EVR Jake, the owner of EVR thing, along with Adam Larkin. In the end, their Knight is retired in P13. EVR Jake, can he find any time? And what he's got so far, Jake across the line, he finds time and up into 13th ahead of AMS Knight. How is Harvey getting on? Typical across the line now. Typical can't improve from 7th, and he holds on to that. It's that Collins across the line next. No, it's not. It's actually Dom. Dom across the line. Yes, can Dom go higher? Dom only sticks it into 11th place behind Kieran Nag and Bourbon Boy. Quantum then. Can he find any time in his final side there? Who's going to cross the line? Is that TTM Plackey across the line? It is. It's 4th place for Plackey at best. A lesson in 2nd. Ogwin holding on to pole for now. Can it be Quantum trumping a pole? Though we know how good Quantum can be around this track. He's got ERS to use. Quantum across the line. Now he does go to the top. Quantum has found the time, but so is Ogwin. Ogwin's up on 0.5 tenth in that second sector of the track. Can he find any time? Tech Brutal can't find it. No one else behind surely can find the time. Is it going to be Crowden to potentially find it? Crowden might have made a mistake at the final corner there, but he goes, Ogwin, he's invalidated! Ogwin cuts the edge of the track and invalidates. Look how close that time is with Quantum and Ogwin. That is going to be qualifying over for all of these drivers. What a lap in the end by Quantum. Quantum, pole position already, first of many for Prodigy Racing. They signed this man, and what a sign he has made it to be so far. What a qualifying session it is to start off this fantastic AEC season. Quantum on pole position, Ogwin in 2nd, Alessin in 3rd, Rappy's Ed in 4th, Tech Brutal in 5th, Plackey in 6th, FRT Harvey in 7th, Simbarots 1 in 8th, FRT Typical is in 9th, Kieran Nag 10th, Dom 11th and Bourbon Boy in 12th, Fake TB 13th and EVR Jake rounds out the point scoring positions in 14th place, and behind them AMS Knight, BRT Crowd and AMS Rambo, CRE Josh and Tonde S. Couldn't break that 27 barrier in the end, did Tonde, but what a qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. A great way to start off this fantastic season. Quantum is on pole. He's got a Shizou driver alongside him and also a TTN driver. This is going to be well, I don't even know how to call it. What an open race we've got ahead of us. This is going to be good. Kenzie FEP, you've got to be buzzing with that Quantum pole as early as the first race of the season. It's what PGR would expect it from Quantum. Quantum, of course, we know how good he is at Bahrain, and he's proving to do that already. I'll just figure out what we're gonna do. Is this gonna be a full restart, or are we just gonna retire from the session? I believe it is going to be retire from this. Yes, the host will make sure I'm in the right spot on the grid. Retire after qualifying. Okay, we're just going to be retiring from the session. Alright, thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Kieran, for letting me know. This is not official. 5 lights out. Not official. Not commenting. People have jumped the start anyway. Right, let's watch this carnage into turn 1. Who's taking out who? Who's the smell? Oh. There's spins everywhere. Who's straight lining? Oh, I went to the ghost, didn't they? The ghost did. Oh my. Goodness me. Look at that, Tonde S, what a race, 5th place for him. Ah, right, Constant and Placky, let's go, come on. Right, thank you, Placky. Oh, how was everyone in the chat anyway? How are we all? Who's excited for League Racing to come back? Who's excited for some eSport teams to come back? Anyone that doesn't know, CTC is back. I'm running it again. Very exciting times. Anyone that's not signed up for it, let's be signing up for it, because I want a good qualifiers, to be honest with you. I do want a good qualifiers. MVR actually won that as well. Surprise. So they're not returning to defend their title either. A lot of new champions since MVR shut down. That's actually a lot of aura in that team, wasn't there? Ah, goodness me, I hate this about this game with these restarts. What kind of questions can we ask? Oh yeah, let's do. Who do we think is gonna win the season, guys? Who do we think after just the first qualifying? Looking at how we are, who's gonna win this AEC TRS season? What do we think? Ah, here we go. The bloody request of facts, and I don't even have my notes ready actually. Let me see if I've got old ones here I can use. I probably will. Oh, a pole sitter has never retired from a Bahrain race. There's your fact there. Have I got the results? I don't have the results, but I do remember that PGR are on top. I know that Shizou are second. I know that Alessin's third. I know that Rappy's fourth. I know that Placky's fifth. And then after that, you're on your own. I have absolutely no idea for the rest of it. But it should be the lobby hosts. It should be the lobby host that gets the results. That's their job. Let me guess, Harb's not got them. Bloody terrible lobby host this Harv guy, honestly. Bloody hell, Harv, we're getting the results already. What a guy. Surprised I haven't been abused yet in chat. I was ready for some abuse tonight. Fake TB driver champion. I don't mind it, Easton. You know, I don't think that's a bad shout. Fake TB, what a driver. He's already won the championship. Yeah, as you can see, the gold name's given in the championship, which is, fantastic to see. Which does actually look super license. He just is gold. It's just gold. He's won the F1 World Saudi Arabia Career Champion, the Miami Career Champion as well. Fake TV is balling on this game, isn't he? Someone ban Jacob, please, thanks. Okay, I think I remember it is AMS Knight. Uh, yeah, AMS Knight was 15th, and then it was it Bourbon? Was it Bourbon? Uh, Bourbon Josh, and then Tonde. I think that's somewhere in there. Ruin the fact Joe Cheers weirdo. Yep, that's no, I'm not having Scottish slander. Who is this guy? JT ban Jacob please, and I mean that. I'm not having Scottish slander in this chat. Definitely not. That is just not happening. Right, Harvard's got the grid correct. We are readying up and very close to getting underway. We are 4 minutes out from getting underway. Make it 3 minutes now from getting underway for AEC Tier S. Oh, there's actually proof of Smeggy nonsense at Bowman. That's a bit of a weird one. Smeggy now says he's going to punch up Jacob. I tell you what, this is looking great for the FBI agents on Smeggy's phone. I've got 10k channel points. What can I do to myself? Nothing. Not going to do anything. I love the waiting about bit. This is my favourite bit. Once we get underway, though, we'll be okay. Yep, no problem, Smeggy. No problem. Right then, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the pit lane, everyone in their positions. I see one Red Bull car. Elite Risk not showing up for Shizou. Usual from Shizou to not have two drivers is what it is. Not just the good teams with two drivers tonight. Obviously, must be a new thing. Oh, Cantona, that's good. Just keep him away from the fans. They already likes to fly kick fans in the chest. That's not bad. Probably sucking a motorway. I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's something I just don't care about. Not my fault. Right, anyway, I have a quick grid rundown then while we're here. Quantum is on pole for PGR. Ogween in P2. Alessin in P3. Rapized in P4. And Tech Brutal in P5. 5 different teams in the top 5. What a start to the season. This could be TT and Blackie in 6th. Harvey 7th. Simbarox 8th. Typical 9. Kieran Nag in 10th. We have an FGE 8-10 and an FRT 7-9. Dom in 11th for PGR. A bit different to his teammates up in P1, but nothing is out of it just yet. Bourbon Boy in 12th. Fake TB and AVR Jake in the point scoring positions. And then just outside of them, AMS Knight and BRT Crowden. And then Rambo, Josh, and Tonde S are down in last place. The strategy Honestly, I don't know what the strategy is. It honestly could be anything. I think anything works here. To be honest with you, I'll be interested to see what we do. This is going to be an interesting race, very open race. I said Quantum up the front with no help. Ogween, no help at all. Lessons got Blackie just down the road. Tech Brutal's got Crowden a bit further down the road. The same with Rappy's Edge. So guys don't have the help we're looking for, but we should be getting going very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is going to win this race? After that good rundown, who do you think is going to be? My personal prediction, no bias there at all, but I'm going to put Quantum. No reason at all, just I think Quantum is just like one of the best drivers in this grid now, especially at Bahrain. I think this is one of his best tries that he can do for us. Anyway, CRA Josh will win. That's a good prediction. I like that, Smeggy. I do like that prediction. Nothing I would write away from that. I tell you what, I tell you who I don't think is going to win, and that's Elite Risks. Because he's not here. Oh, goodness me. That is unlucky for him. Very, very unlucky. Should be readying up very soon, if I'm not mistaken. 34 was the ready up time. So 35, we still don't have a ready up. So we should be going very soon. We are going soon for the first race of AEC Tier S. 10 teams looking to win their first title. Who's going to take it? And they've got lights out and away we go for the first race here in the Artemis Esports Championship. Quantum gets away well. Rappy's head got away absolutely brilliantly. And he's already up there in second place for now. Why are we? Oh my god, Harv's not changed off the ghosting bit. He's not changed off the ghosting bit. Oh, Harv! Oh my. Harv is banned from any lobby. Harv is banned. For God's sake. How has he managed that? Why is Rain DMing me? A lesson just put in the chat, I'm going to straight line typical. I want a straight line typical. No hard feelings typical. We're restarting because there was ghosting left off. Ghosting still on, sorry. So another restart. Rain, let's not call Zach that word. That's definitely not a nice word to say. There's words that people can say about you that are not very nice. Let's just not say that. Goodness me, people nowadays. That's true, Oglin's saying baited the strats. Let's have a look at the strats actually while we're here. There's a lot of strats everyone on. Hard, softs, a couple of softs, a couple of mediums, a bit of hards. Yeah, it's going to be a confusing one actually, to be honest with you. Qualifying grid, I'm assuming. Yeah, obviously. The CRE manager just asked if we're doing the qualifying grid because it went through sector 1. That is, CRE are new to this, so I let them off. But that is dumb. No, that's just stupid. Because they did the first sector, they thought they could scam the grid because Rappy was second. Or first, whatever it was. Goodness me. Long season ahead. Long season ahead. He's a champion, Nath. That is why that is just already. He's just the champion. That's what he is. Nath, do you want to know something as well, right? The fake TB has actually got on a super license in his trophy cabinet the Saudi Arabia Career Champion Trophy and the Miami Career Champion Trophy. That's incredible. Uh, Wargasm, I think you as a team should be you should be recollecting that. That should be a team effort, not just reflex. You know, that's not nice to just blame it on him. Goodness me, I'm gonna finish till 10 o'clock now. Silo did indeed go back to AMS, Jacob. I believe he has already left TTM. Who won WR by the way? Does anyone know? Oh, Jacob has also left TIR. I did say yesterday that it's hard for him to stay in the team for longer than 3 months. It's worrying again. Man. Back in the lobby then. Thank God we're back in the lobby. This has been a long, long time. Typical's replied to our message. He's going to straight let him say why. It's my first race back. It's in general chat, by the way, if you want to reply, Bowman. Good evening, Cabalda. Hope all is well. FGER 8 and 10 in this grid. Symbol 8, Kieran 10. Right, we should be getting going very, very shortly. This time, if all was correct, Flame is a restart because Harv forgot to turn collisions back on. So everyone was just doing like racing with the ghosts again. Like it was in qualifying. Ah, goodness me, right, we should be getting going very quickly, hold on. Right, we are almost ready to go again. For this AEC Tier S season. How long it's been since I've said that. Of course, we had the mini-series, which was a great little way of seeing how we're doing, but nothing ever compares to the real thing. So, honestly, it's going to be good to see. The return of AEC is always happy on some. We're going to see how it goes tonight. Quantum on pole, all going alongside who is going to come out on top tonight as they all get going. It is lights out, and away we go for Bahrain here on AEC TRF. Rappy not getting away as good as last time. Quantum gets away okay. That's Rappy actually ahead and into first place already. Rappy is on the inside line, around into turn one they go. Rappy's in the lead. He binds with a Quantum. Quantum's on the inside line. Quantum back up the inside and takes the lead from Rappy's head. Ogwin down in third place. Tech Brutal holds up fourth. Alessin holds on to fifth. Harvey up at the sixth place already. That's FRT Typical down in 16th, 17th place. Sorry, Rambo down in 19th. Big battle going on at the back of the field. Dom down the 13th as well for PGR, but Quantum leads the way through Sector 1. He's got through nicely, kept the lead in front of Rappy. Rappy jumps into P2 though, ahead of Ogwin. Great start on the inside goes Rappy's head for CRA. Bang goes and Quantum's been half one round. Through goes Ogwin and Tech Bro. Goodness me, Rappy aggressive on the first start, and it's a lesson through in 4th place as well. Rappy very aggressive onto turn number 6 there, and it looks as though it might not have paid off for him because Quantum is just down the road now in 4th place. CRE already banging wheels with PGR. I'm not sure why he was that aggressive on the start, but nonetheless he is absolutely burning the ERS. He's also on the soft compound of tyre, I can guess, like it was last time. Have a look then at the tyre compound of people. Rappy on the softs, Tech Brutal on the mediums, hards for Ogwin, Quantum, Alessin, Harvey and Simba Rots won the rest behind them. Mediums are softs, then a little gap with Placky and Typical on the hards. The rest on mediums are the red soft compound of tyre. Getting through nicely now at the start was Quantum, of course. Rappy though up the road now. Look at that ERS burn, 24% ERS from first lap alone. Into the pits goes Josh, and also goes AMS Rambo. Oh, sorry, Kieran Nagger, I should say. Kieran down in 19th place. Unfortunate for him. Bourbon Boy and Simba also having a battle there into turn number 1. Can Simba hold on the inside line? He's wheel to wheel with Bourbon Boy. Good space left with Bourbon Boy and Simba. Simba backs out and gets beat. Look at the fake TB on the right hand side of the track now on the inside line. He breaks late, trying to get past Simba. And Simba on the switchback. Oh, what a move from Simba Rocks 1. He's kept that beautifully. Run it wide to let him go by, and the fake TB couldn't get it stopped, and holding on to this position is Simba Rocks 1. But look at the outside line for the fake TB, going for it again. EVR Jake looking to pick up the scraps. Off goes the fake TB. EVR Jake going to potentially going 3 wide down the hill almost there. Look at the fake TB still on the inside line. They're battling hard. Through goes the fake TB, and he's up into 8th place now. Goodness me, great battle in there between the fake TB and Simba Rots 1. Dom getting through on EVR Jake as well. Bourbon Boy 64 is up and is off the track. It goes Dom and Jake. Dom and Jake off the track. Oh, that's Dom spun round. Dom in the first race for PGR spins and is down into 17th place. The mini-series race went okay from Monza. Down in 17th and well out of it. Now he's disqualified from the session. Dom has been disqualified from the session. That is, well, not a start to the PGR life for Dom at all. Tech Brutal up into 2nd place. Ogwin 1.8 seconds back on Tech Brutal, trying to catch up to that train ahead. Of course, a lesson back there. Look at that from Bourbon Boy again. Inside line picked on FRT Harvey. Got the inside line on Harvey. Does Bourbon Boy 64. Bourbon again. Great manoeuvre on the medium compound tyre, making it work and sticking it in 6th place. These two up ahead going very nicely. Got to say Rappy and Tech Brutal, but Quantum and Ogwin shutting the gap, working together correctly as they should. They know that they're on the hard compound tyre, they're going to go longer than Rappy and Brutal, so they need to just work together now. They are the net P1 and 2 once these guys ahead do make their pit stops onto, you would guess, the hard compound tyre. Bourbon and Harvey, I mean, they're the fake TB going for it again on FRT Harvey. Harvey's having absolutely none of it. Outside line this time for the fake TB. Look at this. Oh, he's broken his wing. He's running to the back of Harv. Harv's going to get through again on the outside. And that's fake TB wing damage. Far too aggressive on lap 3 there for the fake TB. Going for the Fernando Alonso-esque switchback down the hill, and unfortunately it's cost him big time. Goodness me, could we have a bit of a eager start this time? Goodness me, Ogwin anyway. Up in 4th place so far for Shizou. Of course, no elite risks for Shizou, which is unfortunate for the rest of them. I mean, so not for the rest of them. Unfortunately for Shizou, should I say, not for the rest of them. Quantum backing out early, letting Shizou Ogwin through. A big battle at the back there behind Lesson and Bourbon. And Bourbon Boy has got it absolutely going here for XPG. Flame must be absolutely buzzing seeing an XPG driver in the top 5 as early as race 1 for XPG. Great start for him. Tonde not as good, down in P16, but still in the train, which is always good to see as well. Crowden kind of holding back his own train. No fat jokes being made yet. No fat jokes being made yet. That's friendly fire from me. Gap not really closing for Ogwin against Tech Brutal. Tech Brutal, of course, on the better compound tyre now from CRE Rappy. Rappy did burn the ERS early, wanted to keep ahead of Tech Brutal, and nothing again happening in this middle part of the track. How's Simba Rocks getting on? We haven't watched him in a while. Of course, he was overtaken by the Fake TB. Fake TB now having that wing damage. You've got to think about maybe getting by him, because the Fake TB could be holding up these drivers. We know what the Fake TB can do in terms of the overtakes. He's also, of course, been a bit aggressive on the start, lost his right wing end plate, is now stuck behind a lesson, because he's not going to have that advantage during the cornering. There you go at the front as well, another switch position between Rappi and Tech Brutal. Let's have a look there, Quantum and Ogween again. Also, look at Borbin, we're getting involved as well. Borbin on the inside line on Ogween. Ogween's not going to fight it, you would think, and gets to Borbin, but he is going to fight it actually. Inside line for Ogween. Borbin's going to get by once again, as it was a few laps ago, getting past these other drivers. Borbin boy is up at the 4th place. Goodness me, Borbin is getting to work early in the medium component tyre, and rightly so. Use the advantage early. That's the problem with these drivers. They don't know what they're doing when it comes to using the tyre and making it to an advantage. Borbin done it perfectly here for XPG, and they're up in the 4th place. Typical is on the charge. I agree, Axe. I agree. Typical on his way to the top. I'll jump on board actually with Typical. See if he's doing his Fernando Alonso career mode-esque moves here. Seen it in his TikTok. He did a Fernando Alonso move during practice with Arv. So I'm not sure what relevance that actually has to his race pace, but clearly not replicating here. He's in the 14th place and only scoring 1 point with Ton BS behind him. Just coming up the hill here is Typical, still chasing down AMS Rambo. Not a time where Typical should be behind these kind of drivers. Typical should be up where Harvey is, fighting with the guys ahead, Alessin, Ogween and Borbin, etc. Yeah, not really happening for Typical so far. In the midfield pack, not really happening for anyone. Ogween will jump back on board with him. He's kind of sat here. Ogween is just going to watch as Borbin boy sails on past Quantum at turn number 1 here. Borbin, of course, back up into a podium position. Oh, going wide there was Borbin boy 64. You see Quantum on the inside line on the collide. Quantum and Borbin going off at turn 1. How is the damage for both of those cars? Let's have a look here as Borbin seems to have got away with it, I believe. It looks as though Quantum has as well. I don't see any damage on that Alpine car, and I don't see any on the Alpha. And the V-car, sorry, should I say. Goodness me, what is going on today? So many collisions with PG already. Dom had his collision with EVR Jake, and now that's Quantum, and Borbin boy having a collision. Now we're down at 8th and 9th. Fake TB up into 5th place. I'm going in at the biggest movers anyway for now. The Fake TB up 8 positions so far. Also, Rappi and Brutal up 3. The rest of them kind of crowding up 6. Bobbin up 3 now. Knight up 4. Tonde up 4. And Rambo up 4. The rest of them. Biggest losers being Quantum, Placky, Typical, and Kieran Nag as well. And of course, Dom DSQing after the first race. So Fake TB almost a loss of the rear there through that downhill corner. .2 seconds in, still the gap between Rappi and Ogween. It's a lap 7:29, 22 more laps to go in this race. 2.3 seconds the gap between them. You would think at some point the source have got to fall off and really fall into the hands of Ogween and a lesson to attack and see how they can get on, but it looks as though it's not going to happen. Placky and Typical having a battle there into turn 1. Typical on the outside line on Placky, getting it through, easily done there for the McLaren. Placky struggling for pace early on at seemingly 20% ERS. Stuck behind Typical down in 13th place, not where TTM want to be. Goodness me, the race has finally calmed down a bit, which is what we want. Need a bit of a calmness and everyone kind of recharge and get back to some good proper racing, because we've had a couple of early collisions that have really set this place up. Simba just on the back here of the Fake TB. Fake TB, great start for EVR. Of course, this sort of rebrand, new team of AERT, getting getting going pretty early. Fake TV up in 6th place, AVR Jake in 16th place. Ogween now finally cutting that gap down on Rappy and Tech Brutal ahead, which is something I did not expect to see. Actually, I've been jumped out of the party there. I don't know why. I got jumped out of the party and at the game chat. For God's sake. Sorry, everyone that was in the bloody game chat there. Rappy and Tech Brutal swap positions in Simbarots 1, swapping positions with the fake TB as well. Not going to fight that one back, you would suspect, for the fake TB, or is he? He is going to battle it actually, and the outside line on Simbarots 1 is smartly backed out. Now I was going to say, surely not going too wide through turn number 2, a place where you don't want to be going too wide. Surely it's lap number 8. AMS Knight getting through on Borbin. Borbin may have damage. I'm seeing now Borbin has lost a lot of pace. I'm suspecting some damage on that V-carb that he's been given. Unfortunately, that collision with Quantum may have led to something a little bit more. Lap 8 then, of 29 here in this AEC TRS opening race, and CRE Rapid Z leads the way for Claret Racing Esports. Tech Brutal second for BRT, in 3rd place Ogween for Team Shizou Lesson. 4th Harvey is in 5th. 6, 7, 8. 8 different drivers in the top 8. That is 8 different teams today, sorry, in the top 8. That is something that is remarkable. You expect 8 different drivers, goodness me, that's a bit of a mental claim. But yeah, that is a very good sign of things to come with this season, especially Harvey is on the back of a Lesson now. Lesson might be under pressure from the McLaren. Nothing going on for them so far either. Really settling into this race now as everyone finds their points of contact. They kind of see how the pace is like and how the tyres are going to set in to the stint. And we'll have a quick look into the tyre situation. Of course, hards for this 3 through 6, and also Quantum be a part of that once the fake TB falls off from his gap as well. He is dropping back though finally from this long battle, and the tyre wear and the wing damage that he has is going to be kicking in right about now. So he's going to be struggling for a bit of pace as the fake TB. Quantum's going to be right on the back of him down in 8th place, and of course Quantum no damage, he just got kind of tangled with Borbin Boy, who's down in 10th place now. So we'll see Ogween has by the way cut that gap to 1.2 seconds. The DRS will be coming up shortly for Shizou Ogween. You would suspect a Lesson getting close to the back of Ogween, so once he gets in, they'll both be getting into that DRS range. And a pit stop finally for Tech Brutal and for Rappy Z. Why Tech Brutal pits the same lap as Rappy, I'm not too sure. I suspect him to go a little bit longer in terms of a medium compound tyre strategy, but never mind. Tech Brutal following Rappy in and is going to jump on a hard compound tyre for the next 19 laps of this race. These front runners then finally getting their chance. Simbarots one up in 4th place, Harvey in the podium, Lesson on the podium, Ogween taking the win if all stays the same. The hard and the medium, the only tyres being used as of now, and rightly so. It is that point in the race where you need to settle in, catch back up, let your competitors do the battling for you, and just use that DRS. Simba, great position here by the way for FGE, of course. Kieran a little bit unlucky at the start, picking up some damage it seemed, having to pit really early on. Simba though, he's kept it clean and quiet all the way through. He didn't really do much else wrong. He just kind of drove his race, and he hasn't actually made an on-track overtake yet, has Simbarots one. Everything's kind of just happened ahead of him. Oh, nice job, USC won the 100 metre dash. I was supposed to compete for Great Britain, but I missed the weight cut. So I'm going to go again next year, see how I get on. Oh, big battle at the front here between Ogwe and Harv and Alessin. They're going to be swapping positions, it seemed, all the way through. Ogwe picks up worst in third place. He's on the inside line of Alessin, who goes deep into the corner. Alessin gets back through and up into second place. Harvey up in first, Alessin second. Now Ogwe now down in third place. This race is going to heat up a little bit more at the front then, as Tarapi and Tech Brutal are going to be held back now with Plaquet and Bobbin Boy down in 9th and 8th place. You can see Plaquey on the back of Bobbin Boy now in typical, just up ahead. Rappy 11.6 seconds back from the rest of them. BRT down in 12th currently with BRT Crowden, who's subbed in late on to this race, so Crowden obviously wouldn't be expecting it, but he's expecting a little bit better than 12th place. Just once again, nothing really going on this race, a bit quiet all round from, as it seems, Simba, of course, close to the back of Ogween, and Alessin up in second, chasing down FRT Harvey, who is in the lead of this race for the first time today. Harv didn't qualify too good, but the race has been everything perfect for him so far. Ah, right, okay, Crowden with minor damage, that makes sense, that does make sense, no problem. I was expecting to be something along those lines, didn't want to make any presumptions though, but yeah, Crowden slight damage, so yeah, pace will be a little bit hindered down in 12th place. Alessin now using the DRS, blasting on by FRT Harvey, and the fake TB finally goes into the pit lane. Ogwin on the inside line pulls ahead of Harv as well, and Harv now down in 3rd place, and Simba down in 4th. When Jarno Altmere won the first race in WR Tier 1, fair enough. Kieran Nag, the first penalty of the TRS season, goes down, and Josh follows him up as well with a 3-second right after him. Oh, this is quiet. This is not usual. Usually we have a bit of action about this part of the race. The pit stops usually coming in, but of course they'll be pitting a little bit later, as they know the medium tyres can't run that long, so they will want to be pitting at most lap 17, lap 18. Sorry, at earliest I should say. Lap 17, lap 18. The rest of them all decide what they want to do. See what they all do then. Of course we have Simba here, got Harv, all catching up. Quantum trying to catch back up as well. Haraway in the midfield, I don't see much going on anywhere else. Everyone's about 4.5 tenths, 5 tenths back from each other as of now. But Ogwin leading the way, 50% ERS on the Shizuka, which is something we expect as of now. Which is something, yeah, it's going to be, I don't know what to expect now from this race. Lap 13 just getting kicked off now, 16 more laps to go. Just struck 9 o'clock here in the UK. Alesson's up into 1st place now as he overtakes. Up into 1st place he goes. Ogwin 2nd, Harvey in 3rd, Simba still holding out 4th. Quantum just can't really seem to catch up to the rest of them, just due to that DRS advantage they all have. Borbin Boy, he is into the pit lane, and that's Tech Brutal and Rappy getting through. Can Borbin come out ahead of Crowden and AMS Knight? I do wonder. He's going to be very close to the end of the pit lane. It's going to be a close one. I think he's going to jump out a little bit behind him. He's going to be ahead of the fake TB though, is a crucial one. Borbin just coming out the pits now. How close is it with the fake TB? The fake TB's charging down the pit lane, down the side of the pit lane now. Onto the corner he comes, and yes, Borbin is well ahead of fake TB. About 9.5 at 1 second between them, and the fake TB's undercut attempt on Borbin Boy has not worked out, and that is Borbin now in a good net position. He's on a net P4 at the minute once all these pit stops commence. Dom DSQ'd. I've heard apparently his wheel disconnected, and he must have stopped on the try, but it said it was going for the wrong way, so I don't really know how your wheel can disconnect and you go the wrong way. It's a bit of a confusing one, but yeah, he says his wheel disconnected, so unfortunately it is unlucky for Dom in his first race for us. Quantum leads up in 5th place for PGR, who they're not out of it just yet. Once again, nothing really going on for the moment. Alessin being overtaken by Ogwin. The rest of them all a little bit quiet. Here comes Tech Brutal though, on the back of CRE, Rappy, Z, Typical, and Placky having a battle. Tech Brutal down the straight, easy as you like, into a net P1 position for BRT, typical on the back as well of Placky, AMS Knight and BRT Crowden having a battle down the straight, and that's AMS Knight through on BRT Crowden. Typical then in the middle sector, it's not been his usual pace, what to say. Typical usually is reasonably quick in some of these tries, but yeah, this is a not something you would expect from typical down in P7 that he's usually up there fighting quite high up, but yeah, he's had a bit of a struggle race. Placky in 6th, typical 7th, he's in a net, behind Tech Brutal and Rappy. They've shut that gap down to 7.5 seconds as Tech Brutal. On typical it was 11.5, now 7.5 in about 4 laps, so yeah, the gap is closing, the tyres are working for Tech Brutal and Rappy. That would be expected though. How early they pit, they're going to get up to speed a bit quicker, but come the end of the race they're going to be struggling a little bit more than the rest of them. Quiet old track here, no movement at the front, none really in the midfield, nothing else really going on. Crowd are going to get past AMS Knight down the straight, not going to bother watching that, we all know how that one goes down. The pit time loss here, Basher, I do know. Do I want to tell you it though? I'm not too sure. What do I get in advance to the pit time loss? Cause I know what it is. Oh, of course someone leaks it, yeah, it's about 23 seconds. About 23 seconds from the pit lane for these drivers. I'm not too sure how you don't know that if you raced on Thursday, Basher. You raced in Tier 1, you should know. We should be gaining this information for the team. It's alright. It happens. Gap to leader for a sec, of course you can't swirl wide. Of course we can. Gap to leader, that is the wrong thing. Gap to leader from Ogween down to where Rappy is 16.6 seconds. And then 17 of course to Tech Brutal behind, but that gap is closing with every single length of car that's going through the corners. Every time they go through the corner the tyres are working a bit more. And they're gaining that time, especially go down the straight with the DRS they have, and they're working together quite well. Typical on Placky having a battle there, and that's typical through on Placky again, and Tech Brutal swapping with Rappy. This race has been a bit boring for now, but coming towards the end now, these drivers on the hards can't be going for much longer. You would suspect a lap 20 at latest for the pit stops. Lap 19, lap 18 will be about the optimal time to make that pit stop onto the mediums for these front four. Quantum, of course, 3.2 seconds by potential minor damage, you would think, for Quantum if he isn't really able to catch up to these guys ahead so far, because Quantum will be pushing, but there's nothing he can really do with the DRS advantage in this game being so large. Gaps increasing, gaps decreasing all around the field. When are we going to see one of these guys at the front make that pit stop? You need to ask that question at some point, unless in Harvey, Simba, one of them have got to call that in at some point. Is anyone going to do it on this lap? No, they're not. Lap 17 is going to get underway with all 4 of these cars on the hard component tyre, leading still out for now. And that's a yellow flag, that's DVR Jake in the wall. Is that going to be a safety car? It is! Safety car deployed for the time being. EVR Jake into the wall at the downhill left hand of this race. Just go a little bit more interesting for these guys. Rappy and Tech Brutal, they're into the pit lane for the medium set of tyres. Yeah, so Jake has really just threw away Rappy and Tech Brutal's race. They've given these guys at the front a free pit stop. Yeah, Jake, I'm not sure what's happened down the hill. EVR is, yeah, you're right, Moz, I threw away this race for Tech Brutal and Rappies there. Of course, they might still get ahead. Will they? I'm not too sure, but Ogwyn, Alessin, Harvey, Simba, Quantum, Typical Placky all get a free pit stop. 26 seconds gap between them all now, and I don't think that Tech Brutal's going to close that. Yeah, I think you're right, it's a free pit stop for Ogwyn, Alessin, Harvey, Simba, Quantum, Typical Placky. So FRT and TTM licking their lips, seeing this is a big chance to score big points in this first race. Ogwyn, the lone Shizou driver, if he wins this race, it'll be a big help for Shizou. A lesson, would love a win. Quantum, though, the PGR driver alive, want to do the best he can for a team that's already got a DSQ. YSC, the SC has come out just due to Jake binning it going down the hill, Jacob. No, that's ASMR Tom, and I'm not Tom Dams, unfortunately. Yep, also that is the numbers. You've crunched the numbers correctly, but unfortunately, that is what happens when drivers bin it unexpectedly. Of course, you say AVR. Is there EVR? Of course, they probably couldn't have picked a better person to grief if they wanted to grief in terms of the assist beef. But yeah, you can clearly see Rappy and all that are not gaining enough, and they will definitely be behind Placky in 7th, so 8th and 9th theoretically for Tech Brutal and CRE Rappy Z. Ogwyn then is your race leader, a less than 2nd. The order it is now is the way the race is going to go as they all get behind the safety car. I am going to disappear for 5 minutes, going to get a drink and stuff because this has been a long race. Right, I have returned. I have seen the clip of... yes, I've seen the clip of Jake into the wall down the hill, and I fair to say, it does look pretty intentional. Um, you know, accelerating after you're going towards the wall is something I didn't. It's something you don't usually do. Oh no, FRT Harvey's lagged out. Oh my god. I need to invite him back. I can't not invite him back. It's available. FRT Harvey's indeed lagged out of the session. Unfortunately for him. He's going to lose out big time on this restart. If he can't get in time. But Ogween's going to get us underway then. For our first safety car restart of this AEC Tier S season. A 10 lap shootout then. Who is going to take this win? It's such an open grid here. All top 10 on mediums, crowding on the softs, Orbit on the hards, the rest of them on the mediums, Josh on the hards. Ogween then, when will he send this Red Bull car? We'll jump over the list and he sends it now out the exit of the last corner. Ogween gets us going and we're underway racing again. Quantum, what a restart! Harvey, oh my god, Harb's AI's pit him! Oh my god, Harb's AI has pit him! Oh my goodness me. That's so unlucky for Harvey. He's down in 17th place. Quantum in third now though. He's on the outside of Simbarots 1. He gets through cleanly and Quantum up in the podium place already. Quantum showing his pace early. He's up in the third place. Blackie and Tech Brutal having a big battle here in the middle of the field. Blackie on the inside lane. Tech Brutal leaves the space. Great racing between these two. Keeping it just on the track is Tech Brutal. That's a great bit of racing between Tech Brutal and Blackie. Blackie's got the outside line now. Tech Brutal holds it on the inside line and Tech Brutal through then. Back up into big battle between Crowden as well. Crowden on the soft compound tyre making it work. He's down and up now in 8th place. Placky in 7th. Tech Brutal holds on to 6th. What a battle that was at the start between Quantum and Simba and then Placky and Tech Brutal in that start of the middle sector. Goodness me, Placky giving him perfect amount of space. Tech Brutal just on the track, that's all we could have asked for, and he's got past and into P6. They're all on the same compound tyre except Crowden. Crowden on the soft compound tyre, so these medium guys, there is no advantage. Oh my god, Crowden, inside line for Crowden, going down the hill, getting through almost on Placky, but nothing that's going to stop Crowden now. He's going to keep the attack going, you would think, on TTM. Placky up at the 7th place so far. He's under a lot of pressure now from the man on the soft compound of Dyer. He's the only man on the soft, so the pace has got to be good for BRT Crowden. He's going to burn the ERS going down the straight. He's going to get past, you would think, on this straight. DRS not open just yet. And the inside line goes BRT Crowden. TTM Placky should be happy to give him that up, I would suspect, because he's going to get DRS for the next part of the track. Crowden gets through. Placky, oh man, damage there. Seemed a bit of debris was flying off, but he's got DRS going down the straight. Be able to defend from AMS Knight. He's going to go for it as on PTTM Placky potentially as AMS Knight. AMS Knight is going to back out and hold on to P9 for AMS 4 now. Quantum right on the back of TTM Alessin as well, 85% for Quantum. This could be a fantastic race ending if all goes swimmingly. It looks as though it's got okay, by the way, that is just a glitch on the left, no safety car is out. Harvey's back in the lobby, but 17th place. It's just so unlucky for Harvey. Unluckiness has already started for FRT. Look at Quantum though, burning on the battery on the exit, get past ATM Lesson. Ogween's breaking away, he can spot that. Quantum on the inside line, he's through and up into 2nd place. Lesson on the inside line though, gonna get back through, maybe on the outside now as it switches to up the hill. Quantum's not going to let that happen. He's through and back up into 2nd place. A lesson put a good attack up, but Quantum defended it nicely. Oh, this is going to get very, very spicy near the end of the race. Quantum's got the DRS advantage now on Shizu Ogween. Ogween's now going to try and plan his defence potentially on Quantum behind. Quantum won't go for it, you suspect, on Shizu Ogween just yet. That wouldn't be a smart thing to do. Simbarots 1 though, he's going to go for it on TTM Alessin. Alessin's going to try and defend the outside line. It's not going to happen. Simbarots 1's through and up into 3rd place for FGE. Can an FGE podium happen as early as round number 1? It'd be incredible for Simba to go and do it for FGE. TTM Alessin is there in 4th still as well. Typical 5th. Tech Brutal and Crowden holding on for a 6 and a 7. Kieran Nag and Rappy, who was on for a potential race win, is down in 12th place and staying there. race is going to get very, very good near the end. I can tell everyone's going to try and fight for those positions, but early on they need to try and keep it tactical because they need that DRS come the last few laps. 7 more laps to go, to be specific. At the moment, nothing happening so far anywhere else. Typical down in 5th place. He's been battling ahead this race. He was in 7th on the restart, now up into 5th with the 2 BRT drivers in behind Crowden on the softs, by the way. This might not be good for Crowden because yes, he's got past early, but the softs die out so quickly once you really start to wear them into this race. But Fefferty Typical is catching up to TTM a lesson ahead. A lesson is going to try and hold position for now. Typical is going to just put the pressure on, you would think. Try and see what he can do for FRT. He's the highest FRT driver. Harvey's well out of it. 14.9 seconds back on a CRE Josh in 16th place. Quantum and Ogwyn very close up ahead. Quantum's not going to do anything. He's going to sit behind Ogwyn and following through this turn 1 position of the track. Typical still holding on to 5th though. Tech Brutal not doing anything in 6th. Oh, that's big battle between the Fake TB and AMS Knight. They bang wheels a little bit. AMS Knight backs off for now. Can AMS Knight find any time going down the straight? It'll look like it because Rappy's going to think about the invisible overtake. He wanted to brake late, he couldn't do it, and he holds on to 11th place. And Bourbon Boy close in behind for XPG, trying to score their first ever points here in Tier S. What a signing this would be, and what a race it would be for Bourbon to score points on XPG's debut in Tier S. Fate TB has dropped out of that DRS range of TTM. Placky ahead 1.9 seconds to be exact, so getting back into any higher than 9th is almost impossible now unless you want to burn all that battery and fight away for it. A lesson has closed up a lot to Simba ahead, so has Typical, so they need to keep it clean through the last sector and think about the overtakes going down the straight. That is where you would think Rappy is him. Rappy, I would believe, has fallen off massively this race. He's really not had a good race. He got lucky, of course, he did have the good strategy, but then he got unlucky once he VR'd and decided to bin it on purpose and bring out the safety car. Ogwyn here at the front, 49% battery for Ogwyn. Look at Quantum now, finally picking his moment to get back through. Look at TTM a lesson, they're going to battle all the way down the straight. You would think, look at this battle into turn 1, they go a lesson. Ogwyn in, Simba looking at it. Quantum's going to be licking his lips thinking, this is brilliant behind me. Ogwyn up at the second, a lesson in third, Simba in 4th. FRT Typical, now in 5th, looking at maybe pouncing. Let's look at Simba rocks 1 though. Inside lane for Simba on a lesson going to do nothing about it. Outside for a lesson, inside for 10th for Simba. Simba's still going to go for it, they still battle wheel to wheel. Simba backs out though and gives it to a lesson. That was a good thing to do for Simba. Be safe in the situation. Look at the points you're scoring for the first race of the season for FGE. The fully no assist team now as of a couple of months ago, and now look at them thriving. It seems Simba in 4th, Kieran Nag just outside the points. Nothing really happening as of now. A lesson 38%, Ogwyn 73%, Quantum the most battery in this train. Crucial for the moment, but Typical maybe a little bit more if Typical can gain a bit of time. Crowden, by the way, doing well on the soft component tyre, which I would still say was the wrong call to make for Crowden. AMS Knight 3.3 seconds the gap between himself and Placky now. It's almost like a fun P8 for Placky unless he can get past the 2 BRT guys ahead. Crowden might think he would get past Tech, but you wouldn't think it would be smart for Crowden to get past Tech Brutal because with Tech Brutal on the better component tyre. The medium component tyre is the tyre to be on. 4 more laps to go. Bourbon Boy and AMS Knight having a battle there into turn 1. Big battle going on here in the background between Fake TB and Rappy. Rappy then backs out with that, gives it to the Fake TB. Fake TB maybe going to get past here on Bourbon Boy. So look at AMS Knight on the inside lane. Bourbon Boy's going to get through, you think, potentially, but Bourbon holds it on the outside and gets that move done once again to defend that P9 position. Look at down the inside line potentially for the Fake TB. SVRE Rappy might want to go down the inside here, going down the hill. He might think about on the outside line instead for Rappy Z. He's been pretty quick this race, so he knows he might be a bit faster than the Fake TB. Rappy burning the battery on the inside line. Can Rappy hold the position from the Fake TB? Oh, banging wheels of the Fake TB and Rappy. They still go wheel to wheel down the straight. It's the Fake TB and Rappy Z still go wheel to wheel. They have a bit of a gap behind them now, so in front of them between AMS Knight and the Fake TB. The Fake TB holding 11th, but look at Rappy on the inside line, holding off. Rappy is the Fake TB who holds on to that 11th place for now. Quantum doing all they can for PGR. Ogwin's going to be able to gain here though and get back past him, you would suspect. He's not in that slipstream though of a Quantum. He's going to back off the throttle here, yeah, and give the hold, let Quantum hold the position for now. Ogwin knows the situation he's in. He needs the DRS on the final lap to confirm himself ahead of Quantum, because Quantum for now looking at quicker than Ogwin is. He's going to hold that battery as well for now as Quantum. Big battle off in the back between Kieran Nag and Rappi and Tonde. But that's Rappi actually caught up in that. He's going to hold on to a P14 from Kieran Nag. He's going to have to drop back to P14. Sorry, Kieran Nag about the 13th. The fake TB and AMS Knight still battling away in this middle sector, but they actually still back off each other. They're having a massive fight for P10, by the way. Goodness me. Typical now, closing the inside line for Typical, go for that. Fernando Alonso moves he does in his career mode. There's Typical, he's going to try and use that to his advantage. Simba was under pressure from Typical. Typical was still going to go for potentially the Simba Rocks 1, but Simba will hold on to 4th place. Typical went for the move on the inside, I didn't even spot that. Typical went for an absolutely unannounced move on the inside line to Simba. Simba felt the pressure, but he got back through in 4th place. FRT Typical keeping the pressure on Simba. The alien doing his best for FRT. Harvey down at P17 and well out of it for now. Look at this going down the straight, they all go. Alessin closing on Ogwin. Ogwin doesn't want to make the move on Quantum, but Alessin might force him into it at one point, because Alessin knows right now he's not going to get that first place that he will so dearly want to get for TTM. Plackett in an 8th place, all but confirmed from anyone behind. Simba podium said by Jacob. I wouldn't write it off for now, because the battle ahead could get a little bit more intense with these last 2 laps that are going to be happening very, very soon. Honestly, what do you expect from the end of this race? The BRT guys still involved in this front train with TTM Plackett, 4.1 seconds back from Bourbon Boy. He can't really do anything, stuck in 9th place, or 9th at best for that second train. Nothing to complain about for Bourbon Boy. Of course, XPG will be absolutely loving life, getting a 9th place on their debut in TRS. Flame will be absolutely buzzing out his tits if he can claim a 9th place on debut for Xbox Pro gamers. But at the front though, it's PGR, Shazoo, TTM, FGE and FRT all battling away for this top spot. Anything could happen in these final 2 laps. Ogwin knows the situation he's in. He's got Alessin, Simba and Typical behind, who might want to go for the win as early as now. Quantum has got to defend or just let Ogwin by, to use that DRS to his advantage. Look at Ogwin then, not using the battery now though to get back past Quantum. It's lap 28 to 29 then, got one more lap to go in this Grand Prix. Ogwin getting back through now on Quantum, finding but Quantum on the inside, he's going to hold it there. Quantum's going to battle away with Ogwin. The inside line for Ogwin, backing out though is Quantum. Quantum's going to go wheel to wheel with Ogwin all the way through the part of the system. Look at Quantum getting the DRS, they're 3 wide, going down the straight. It's Quantum Alessin as Ogwin backs out. Look at Quantum on the inside line on Alessin. Alessin's going to hold the inside, Quantum on the outside, Quantum getting back through. Ogwin going to battle away, Alessin in 2nd place. Look at Ogwin on the inside line of Alessin, still going through. Alessin on the inside, Ogwin on the outside. It switches back through. Oh, Alessin making a mistake. Simba might want to get through on the goes to Alessin and makes a mistake. FRT Typical in 4th, Simba in 3rd. Ogwin still battling away. Alessin struggling for pace now it seems. Simba's got 4th place, almost wrapped up. Typical's there on the inside line again, going for the move. Simba inside of Alessin, who's been ghosted all the way through this sector. Typical thought about it. He still tries to get through. There's nothing he can do. Quantum and Ogwin having a fantastic battle there in the middle sector with the Alessin. Simba wanted to get through, he couldn't get through. Typical holding on to 5th place. This last lap could go to absolutely anybody. It's an absolutely jam-packed top 8 we've got here. Well, I would say Plackett a little bit too far out of it, to be honest. Tech Brutal might be too far out of it as well. Could be the top 5 where anything could happen. Here we go then, one final lap for this Grand Prix. Who's going to take the win, folks? Let's see in the chat. Who do you think it's going to be starting off this final lap? Look at him pulling all the way over to the right hand side of the track. It's Ogwin in the back of Quantum. Quantum is going to back out. He's going to have Alessin too far back, so it's Quantum and Ogwin going for the win respectively. Ogwin's going to be deep into turn 1. Look at Simba Ross driving Alessin off the track. Alessin forced to cut turn 1 there. Oh, Simba lost one beat, but oh, look at a collision there between Tech Bro and Simba in a lesson. It looks like there's going to be a massive battle in the back for 4th place potentially. Simba, look at Tech Bro, almost takes in the pack between them. Crowden has been caught up in that. Tech Bro, TTA Placky caught up in it as well. What is going on in the middle side? Look at Ogwin and Quantum battling for the win. It seems already Quantum's going to get through on Ogwin. Ogwin on the outside line, sorry. Outside for Quantum, inside for Ogwin. Ogwin's going to hold it. Typical's up in 3rd place. Look at this battle going on all the way through the first sector, middle sector of the track. Quantum on the inside, Ogwin on the outside. It looks like the DRS has went to potentially with the Quantum. They go down the straight. It is Quantum. Quantum's got it. He knows it's the last DRS straight. Look at Typical. He's got the outside line. No way. Inside for Typical. Quantum's there. Ogwin's there. They bang wheels. Typical's on the second line. It's up in the second. Goes Typical third in the Ogwin. Quantum's still in there in first place. It's Typical, Ogwin and Quantum all the way through. Typical's off the track. Outside potentially for Typical. Ogwin on the inside. They bang wheels in front. But Quantum might have just confirmed it. Slipstream for Typical. It's not over just yet. There's one more corner. Typical is throwing everything at it for FRT, but it looks all to be over, and it is all over. Quantum for PGR. What a race it's been, an ending that's been incredible. But Quantum and PGR confirm themselves winners of race 1. Quantum second. Sorry, Quantum wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Typical second. Ogwin third. Simba almost on the line. Getting Ogwin, TTM a lesson in 5th, Brutal and Crowden 6th and 7th, Placky 8th, Bourbon 9th, the fake TB 10th, Knight, Rappy Z, Tondi S and Kieran Nag confirmed themselves the point scorers of the first race. Goodness gracious me. What an ending to an incredible opener. Bahrain never fails to disappoint, and well, that is another one to put into the history books. Quantum for PGR, giving them their first win as a team, and what a competition to do it in. Typical can be happy, he fought all the way to the end for FRT. What could have been maybe for Harvey, who was right in that mix as well, but fortunately a DC threw away his chances being in that fight. FRT though, what an ending. Typical gave it everything in the end, but Quantum done his absolute best and takes the win for PGR. FRT second, and Shazoo Ogwin, the only Shazoo driver in this race, so a 3rd place, very, very respectable. Goodness me. Take a breather everyone. Quantum from 1st on the grid converts pole position. Typical from 9th to 2nd. Ogwin 2nd to 3rd. Simba Rocks 1 4th. A lesson in 5th. Tech Brutal and Crowden in 6th and 7th. Placky in 8th. Bourbon in 9th. The fake TB 10th. AMS Knight 11th. Rappy Z 12th, Tondi S in 13th, XPG by the way 9th and 13th on debut. Fantastic race for XPG. AMS also getting points, and CRE getting points as well. And then Kieran Nag rounds out the points scoring positions. Harvey, Rambo Josh with the final finishers, and then EVR Jake and Dom DNFing for Jake and DSQ for Dom. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to what has been another incredible race here in the AEC Tier S season. That is just round 1, by the way. We've got so many more rounds to go. What is going to happen next time in Tier S, honestly, who knows at this point. But thank you everyone for tuning in to what was an incredible finish to an incredible race. Quantum winning for PGR. It's that written in the history books for PGR are going to win the season. Well, only time will tell. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see you all next week.